We got two really awesome, really great questions. So, well, I'm curious, what are the pros and cons of a home versus a condo or townhome?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a great
Like
conversation.
financially or
Yeah,
personally,
I
like
would
what are
throw
your
that.
thoughts from a real estate
Yeah, I mean,
standpoint?
I would throw that back to you in terms of a buyer of like, well, because I'm actually working with a lot of people who say like, I don't want a townhome at all. Like that's not it, and then they're actually finding like cool townhomes that are way more in their budget that have like tons of common area, have a preschool. And so I think that's kind of like reshaping. I mean, I'm an LA kid, and so I think we think of LA as like, a bunch of single family houses with the
Yeah.
yard and everything. So, I mean, that I think is a preference question, just generally, like, where do you want to live, location, what's important to you? Because I think, if we have all the money in the world, you could buy anything you wanted, anywhere you wanted, right? But at some point, you're going to have to choose, do you want a location? Do you want a size, square footage? The lot size, like what do you want? And so I think that's a question. And so I'm curious what your thoughts are.
Yeah. So I will say that like I totally agree with that. Although I think the misconception for a lot of people that I talk to is that, oh, a condo is cheaper because it's not a home. Well, not always. And actually when we qualify you and pre-qualify you or pre-approve you, again, like I said, we're pre-approving you for an actual housing payment. And that's the total monthly payment. So that is your principal and interest, which is the loan with us, the taxes that you owe the county, the homeowner's insurance that protects your asset, and then also if you're having mortgage insurance, but the HOA fee. And some of these HOA fees are $300 or $400 a month. And that can actually translate into like $50,000 in a home. Sometimes. So when I run scenarios side by side for people, I always say, okay, the area that we're looking at, the average HOA fee is $300. So this is around about the amount that you can purchase for a home and a condo. Guess what? The house is always a higher purchase price. So it's not necessarily cheaper. But then again, the housing prices, so it really depends, but it is not necessarily cheaper to do a condo. It just really kind of depends on where you are. So
some people don't want to. I'm fixing my roof right now, and like the sewer is like, some people just don't want to deal with that stuff too. So I think that's like a personal preference as well.